19's virus-free studio, powered by Century Laminates and Century Ply.
Welcome back. Counting down to pre-open, and it looks like we'll have a good start, and then we'll take it from there. Chandan Taparia is joining us from Motilal Oswal for some F&O trades. Chandan, good morning. What's on your radar?
Good morning, Anuj. We have seen a roller coaster ride in the Indian market in last two trading sessions. But again, we believe that support-based buying could be there. So recommending to buy on two trades and one sale. First trade is buy on Asian Paint. This stock is holding the gains even after the market volatility and continuing the formation of higher lows on the weekly scale. Major trend of the counter is positive, and recent consolidation breakout could see the momentum towards 2200 zone. We have seen the call unwinding and the put writing, which is giving the positive structure. So one can buy Asian Paint with a stop loss of 2030 for the target towards 2200 level. Second trade, that is from the Tata Chemical. We have seen that just 2 days back, the counter has given a breakout from an inverse head and shoulder pattern, which has a bullish implication. And even on the last trading session, it has tested to the VWAP level. And net to net, it is seen open interest addition of around 5 to 6% in the entire week with positive weekly close. So expecting the positive momentum along with very good delivery volume, one can buy Tata Chemical with a stop loss of 307, and the stock has very much potential to move towards 330 level. Last trade, that is on the sell side on the BEL. This stock has seen the weekly breakdown with significant call writing and built up of short positions. The stock looks weak for the downside move towards 83, so one can sell with a stop loss of 91 for the downside targets for the count.
Okay, thank you very much for that. We are still awaiting the HCL Tech numbers, and I think companies like HCL Tech need some media training. They should know that television moves with very tight slots. But okay, well, Mehrbon, actually I wanted to ask you, what is your pick of the pack? I mean, the complaint with IT has been that while they were brilliant results, they've all become too expensive. Are you still doing some shopping there?
No, honestly, no. I think IT certainly is a great story, as I mentioned earlier, that it's a great story. You just hold it and keep it for the longer term. But it's gone up too sharply, 30% rise in the last 40-45 days for the IT index. It's not small. So despite good numbers, it's distinctly possible the stocks can consolidate, correct. And for the best for the IT sector, our IT stocks for the time being could possibly be behind us, and they could have been peaked out. The space which looks interesting, according to me, is the two-wheeler space and the cement space. I think there could be a rotational shift. As you rightly mentioned, June, July was full of reliance, that it was IT. Banking has possibly shot up a little bit sharply over the last few trading sessions. So now what else is left? I personally believe it's cement. I think, though, despite the fact they've gone up, I will not be surprised if they come up with very good numbers, starting with Ultratech later this week. So cement is a good space, and two-wheelers, I think there could be a positive surprise coming as far as the numbers go, both Hero as well as Bajaj Auto.
Mehrbon, what about Ashok Leyland? I mean, two brokerages came out with positive notes. In fact, Nomura has a target price of 101 on the stock. Are you also betting on the rebound in the commercial vehicle cycle, and do you like the stock?
I think both you and I discussed this when the price was around 45.50, come by 40-45% appreciation from there. Do you continue to hold it? Answer is yes. Rebound in commercial vehicles, I think, would be a little bit of a contra call for the time being, but there is a lot of value. So 45.50, when we had discussed it about more than a month ago, I think was steep. Even at 72, 73, certainly not bad. But Tata Motors is a stock which it falls by about 5-10% from here after the rally which we have seen, would also be a good bet as far as commercial vehicles, as far as four-wheelers. I think Tata Motors and Ashok Leyland both would be a decent hold and would be an add if they correct a little bit.
Okay, Mehrbon, I wanted your thoughts on pharma as well, but before that, let's go across to Sonal, because there's an interesting World Health Organization study on the effectiveness of some of the COVID-19 drugs. Sonal?
Thanks a lot for that, Anuj. Well, just to give you a background, WHO had announced the emergency use authorization of a lot of drugs. They had repurposed a lot of drugs for COVID-19 treatment. Now they have done a study and they say that randomized control trial has generated conclusive outcomes. And now this indicates that drugs like remdesivir, HCQ, they are not really that is impacting the patients, and actually they have little or no effect on the 28-day treatment that they are giving to patients. Remdesivir is the biggest name here because a lot of companies had tied up with Gilead for this particular drug in India and across the world, and WHO goes on to say that they had done this trial in 30 countries and on around 11,000 patients. Now there is a report from Reuters which says that Gilead has responded to this statement, and they say this data appears very inconsistent, and there are peer-reviewed journals validating the clinical benefit of remdesivir. Remdesivir was used from 1st May 2020, and a lot of Indian companies has also tied up for this particular drug. Something like Dr. Reddy's, Cipla, Zydus Cadila, Hetero Labs, Jubilant Life Sciences, and also Mylan in India. In fact, brokerages were expecting a 120 crore revenues from this particular drug for Dr. Reddy's in this year itself, 90 crores in the next year. So while it is not so much about financials, it's about the fact that this drug was used in a lot of hospitals and for a lot of COVID patients. But now this appears to have come down.
Okay, Sonal, thanks a lot for that. Well, for starters, we don't know who to trust. Certainly, WHO itself has not covered it under glory, but the whole space has been quite murky. By the way, the pre-opening rates are in, and SGX Nifty has also come off a little bit. We'll address that. But Mehboob, I wanted your thoughts on some of these pharma names. They've run up a lot, but names like, say, Glenmark or Dr. Reddy's, what would be your view now?
I think the way people have bought into pharma is honestly 95% of the people buying never knew what they were buying. It was a rush to buy into specialty chemicals, pharma, and last 1 month the fad has been IT, mid-caps, frontline, whatever. Now coming to pharma, I think the story is positive, certainly positive, and we all know it now. Too much of money has gone into it. Accumulation has happened. The best of people have bought into it, or everybody is recommending it. And now some consolidation is happening. You may call it profit booking. And the last 3 trading sessions, we have seen some correction happen. Can this correction continue? Certainly, yes. But is there a story? And have they topped out? Answer is no. So I think the story for pharma is continues to remain positive. And this correction or consolidation, whatever we call it, after the sharp run up, could provide another buying opportunity to buy into pharma. The best in the space, which I mentioned earlier also, is Dr. Reddy's. I think there were at least 6 to 7 positive triggers for this company about 3 months ago. And some of them are playing themselves out. So maybe at around 5,000 rupees per share, 5,100, whatever it is. If one takes a 5% correction possible, this stock has the potential to give a 30 to 35% appreciation over the next 12 to 18 months. So Dr. Reddy's would be my best pick in this particular space, followed by a company called Jubilant Life. I think if you went to pharmaceuticals, API, a little bit of specialty chemicals in this, I think Jubilant Life also would be a decent bet.
All right, the markets have opened in the sense there's pre-opening rates, and Cyient is catching your eye with about a 2% gain. Mindtree actually is in the green only. It's about 2.5%, though it has disappointed on 1 or 2 parameters. Persistent Systems, it's a small acquisition, but that stock is also higher. That's as far as mid-cap IT is concerned. For the big caps, we're really awaiting the big one.
Tata Motors is
Tata Motors is, that JLR news perhaps is firing the stock.
Yes, but you know what, if the global markets turn iffy in that case, these are the stocks which get vulnerable at higher levels. So just keep an eye on that. HCL Tech, by the way, is up about 1% ahead of numbers. We still haven't got the numbers, which is very un-HCL Tech-like, but... let's see.
Remember
UPL
one quarter when they came closer to 950 and spoiled all our plans.
UPL is down 3%, by the way. There's been some clarification. But Mehboob, any thoughts on UPL?
Well, like the company, but the sales of KPMG as far as resigning goes, despite whatever explanation the management may give, possibly this news is not very positive, sentimentally or even otherwise, which you and I don't know right now. But a correction in the stock is certainly warranted and would be due. But one of the best companies in this space, if you ask me, in terms of size and in terms of global presence. Maybe a correction and a decent explanation go sometime.
Okay.
Okay, this time HCL Tech's numbers have